In order for you and I to receive a breakthrough, you're going to have to wait. You missed that. You're going to have to wait. Let me explain this to you. Verse 23 to 25. When we look at this story, when we look at this pericope of scriptures, when we look at how God has lined this thing up, we find that David now, the first time, fought a frontal fight. He went in front of the Philistine and he beat them. But the enemy came back again. And now God is telling him, this time, I want you to go behind. I don't want you to go like you went the first time. You're going to have to do something different this time. So I want you to go behind. And while you're going behind them, I want you to wait and listen for a sound at the tops of the mulberry tree. He's telling them, don't make a move down here till you hear from me. Somebody is contemplating a divorce down here, but you didn't hear from God up here. Somebody wants to give up down here, but you didn't hear a sound from God up there. Now listen to the sound. God said, when I make this sound, I will send an army of angels. I will send before you. Help is on the way. Touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, help is here. I hear the sound rushing the top of the mulberry tree. Do you hear the sound that God is speaking to you? Do you hear the sound that God is ministering to you? How do you know God is ministering? Whatever the situation is, God is a specialist for it. You missed that. Whatever the situation is, God is a specialist for it. He is the God that you can say, he brought me through. Because he was the specialist for the dilemma that I was in. When we look at what God is doing, we understand that we have to have a problem. We understand that we must pray in order to receive a breakthrough. We understand that we must fight. But we also understand that it gives us an opportunity to praise, but then we understand we must wait to hear that sound. Hear the sound of the specialist. Touch somebody, say, I'm hearing the specialist now. Yeah, the specialist is about to speak.